What's up, guys? Happy New Year, happy 2018. What's going on? So so let's just get right down to it. I'm going to talk about something that I've talked about a bunch of times before, and that is wheelies. See that wheelie? That was like a half an inch at least. But I'm going to tell you, because like that's where I started. Like that little wheelie right there, that's how I used to wheelie. Like, it was pitiful. Now when I look back at videos that pop up on Facebook like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I'm like, jeez, I sucked, man. I was awful. But that's where you gotta start, man. You gotta start somewhere. So so I'm gonna tell you today about how I learned how to wheelie a motorcycle. So I used to, when I had my Ninja 650 back in, I think it was 2013 or so, it was about 5 years ago. I used to do wheelies on dirt bikes, and I was never really that great at them when I was younger. And so back when I had my Ninja 650, my buddy Bobby was doing wheelies on his Ninja 650, and I was like, man, that looks so awesome, I want to do wheelies again. So I started popping them in first gear, like just power wheelies. Awful. They were horrible. They were like maybe a foot high, but I was getting them, and I was getting them to where I was riding them out pretty consistently. And you know, I couldn't go very far because it was only in first gear. So anyways, I did that for probably about 6 months or so, until I kept watching Downshift 83's wheelie tutorial videos. And these videos are like, I don't know how old now, they're probably like 10 years old by now. So he's got these videos up on his channel that will teach you basically the steps to take in learning how to wheelie. And that's basically, I took his advice and what I already knew about wheelies and kind of put the two and two together. So a big part of my learning how to wheelie process came from Downshift 83. So big shout out to that guy, awesome dude. Always keeps it real, and he's got some sick freaking wheelies, no doubt. So yeah, I went out and at this time I had sold my Ninja 650 and I bought a Ninja 1000. So I started doing them only in first gear, and you know, I'd do them every now and then. I'd try them, and then finally I was like, you know what, I just gotta go and commit. I gotta commit and learn how to wheelie. If I want to learn how to wheelie, I want to do it, and I want to be good at it. Because everything I've ever done, I've always wanted. I don't never like half-butted anything. That sounds so stupid. I'm trying to keep it clean. So I never like halfway do anything. Most of the time, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to put as much effort as I can into it, and I'm going to try to do it 100%. So I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to learn how to wheelie. So I went out for hours. I'm talking like 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours a day. I would go out after work, literally go on this dead-end road with no traffic and just wheelie over and over and over again. Hey, she's staring at me, dude. I think she's checking me out. You think I should talk to her? Nah, she probably got a boyfriend. But anyways, yeah, so I went out and I was practicing like every single day, man. It was like my wrist and my clutch fingers were like numb by the end of the day. But I went out and did this like 4 or 5 times a week, until finally a month later I was going from doing wheelies like from here to that pole, from doing wheelies like from here to the back of that house over there, or whatever that is, condo, whatever. So I progressed, and I measured my success or my progress by how many like telephone poles I could wheelie. Like if there was like, say, 7 telephone poles on that road, I would measure, like if I could finally get from one telephone pole to the other, like from there to there, and like holding the wheelie, and then I would shoot for like 2, and then I would shoot for 3, and eventually I got up to where I was holding the wheelie the entire road, and I had to move on to different roads. And I used to, like, every time I saw any straightaway, I'd pop a wheelie. Now I've gotten so much better with my wheelies that I have to have like at least a half a mile straightaway for it to even be worth it for me to pop a wheelie. because typically 9 times out of 10 I can hold my wheelies for pretty freaking long. I mean, I'm not a stunner or anything like that, so I don't have a handbrake or anything like that, so don't expect me to be doing, you know, 10-mile-an-hour wheelies for 3 miles long, okay? But this is just your average street bike wheelie, and this is how I learned. And if you guys really want to go out and learn, like anything, you know, fitness or eating healthier or whatever, the best key I can give you and advice is consistency. Go out and do it over and over and over again until you finally get it, and be safe and be careful about it. Take your time, don't rush it, because I mean, getting from like one telephone pole getting to where I could wheelie the whole road took me about 3 or 4 months probably total. But I'm talking like literally I would put in probably, you know, 10 to 15 hours a week practicing wheelies, and you know, sometimes it wore on me, and sometimes I wouldn't make progress, sometimes I would, and it's like a mental thing, you know. You gotta just push yourself forward, and sometimes you have to take breaks or whatever and recoup, take a couple days off, and then go back out and try it again. The best advice I can tell you is just to take your time, though. Take your time, learn it the right way. Don't go out there and loop your bike, and don't go out there and crash your bike just because you want to do a wheelie. I mean, I would rather not know how to wheelie and have a bike that's in good condition than learn how to wheelie and wreck my bike. Okay, so if you can learn how to wheelie a bike the safe way, cover that rear brake, and eventually, like I said, you'll get to where they're like second nature. You don't even have to think about it anymore. So sorry, I was gonna do a wheelie in this video just because it's exciting to talk about people learning how to do wheelies, because I really enjoy teaching others, and I really enjoy seeing others progress. And people have tagged me in their videos and their Instagram pictures and stuff like that, and I love seeing that. So don't ever feel, you know, like I don't want to hear from you or whatever. So if you've gotten, you know, if you've progressed, if you learned how to wheelie, whatever, you know, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or shoot me a picture, or tag me in your video or something like that so I can check it out, man. I really love enjoying watching people progress and doing things that bring me joy, and I know it brings other people joy. So I'm out of here, guys. We'll go ahead and enjoy the rest of this ride, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay safe in 2018, and here's to hoping that most of you can learn how to do wheelies. All right, peace.